Good morning, everyone, dear friends. Today is a beautiful Sunday. We are in the 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time. And I'd like to reflect on the Gospel of today, which I will read right now. From the Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with them for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. Going out about 9 o'clock, the landowner saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And he said to them, "You too go into my vineyard, and I will give you what is just." So they went off, and he went out again around noon, and around 3 o'clock, and did likewise. Going out about 5 o'clock, the landowner found others standing around, and said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They answered, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You too go into my vineyard." When it was evening, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Summon the laborers and give them their pay, beginning with the last and ending with the first." When those who had started about 5 o'clock came, each received the usual daily wage. So when the first came, they thought that they would receive more, but each of them also got the usual wage. And on receiving it, they grumbled against the landowner, saying, "These last ones worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who bore the day's burden and heat." He said to one of them in reply, "My friend, I am not cheating on you. Do you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? Thus, the last will be first, and the first will be last." The Gospel of the Lord. Dear friends, the passage comes from Matthew chapter 20, verses 1 to 16a, meaning the first part of verse 16. And it's a continuation of the past Sunday's Gospels. You know, there are some things here that strike us, as when Jesus was saying, "My friend, I am not cheating you," when he gave his the money to them when when the workers were treated all in the same way. And maybe the word that you would say is unfair. This is probably what we ourselves would say if we were in the shoes of those who worked the whole day. And worse, received our pay last. Kami na nga yung unang nagtrabaho. Kami pa yung babayaran ng huli. And at the same amount as the others. Well, anyway, it's really something unacceptable for those who worked first. And the question is, where is justice in such a situation? And indeed, this parable, people usually ask me about this parable of Jesus is most difficult to explain in our times. Every time we read it, one question never escapes us. Why did all the workers receive the same pay, where they worked for different hours? Bring this situation to the analysis of human resource experts, our HR officers, labor leaders, and business CEOs. And they would say that the decisions of the landowner in the narrative are bad business practice. In the end, those who worked the longest grumbled about the situation. They saw that their plight has even taken for the worse when the landowner explained to them the action that he had done. However, This is something that we should know, that we should remember whenever we hear this parable. The message of the parable is neither about unfairness nor injustice. The main lesson is the graciousness and generosity of God to those who realize, albeit late and last, that they should work for Him. At the time of the writing of the Gospel, the Jews, even Jewish Christians, continue seeing themselves as the chosen ones who are special. The parable celebrates the joyful situation of those who have come late into the fold, like the Gentiles and sinners. We see the gratuitousness of God's love in this narrative. Let's ask ourselves these questions. 1, how do I react when I see how gracious God is to people whom I think of as less deserving of His gifts? And then 2nd, am I generous like the Father? And we end this with a prayer that we pray for those who are more needy of God's grace and mercy, the sinners and those who are ostracized and marginalized. We thank the Lord for having given us another week, this week that we look forward to. And I wish you all have a great Sunday. God bless you all.